Welcome back to a new video. In this series we focus on the Titans of Greek mythology. The Titans are the powerful predecessors of the Olympian gods. The Titans were primordial forces of nature, embodying elements of the cosmos and the natural world. They ruled during the legendary Golden Age. In this video we focus on all the 12 Titans. We start off with
Cronus. He is the leader of the Titans and is often associated with time, fate, harvest, and cycles of destruction and rebirth. He is the son of Uranus and Gaia. Together with his sister Rhea, he had 6 children. Hestia, the goddess of the hearth. Demeter, the goddess of agriculture. Hera, the goddess of marriage and queen of the gods. Hades, the god of the underworld. Poseidon, the god of the sea. Zeus, the god of the sky and lightning. Cronus came to power by overthrowing his father Uranus. He overthrew his father by his mother's urging, because Uranus had imprisoned his siblings, the Cyclopes and Centimanes. He used a sickle made of a mythical metal to castrate Uranus. Because of this action, the sky separated from the earth. From the blood of Uranus, the Erinyes, Furies, giants, and nymphs were born, and from the sea foam created by his severed genitals emerged Aphrodite. After Cronus took the power, he learned of a prophecy. That prophecy stated that one of his children would overthrow him. To prevent this, he swallowed each of his children at birth. Rhea saved the youngest, Zeus, by hiding him in a cave on Crete. She gave Cronus a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes to swallow instead. When Zeus reached adulthood, he tricked Cronus into vomiting his siblings, who emerged fully grown. Together, they waged a war known as the Titanomachy. This was a 10-year battle between the Olympian gods, led by Zeus, and the Titans, led by Cronus. With the help of the Cyclopes, who forged Zeus's thunderbolts, and the Centimanes, giant beings with 100 arms, Zeus defeated Cronus and the Titans. After his defeat, Cronus and most of the Titans were imprisoned in Tartarus, a deep abyss in the underworld guarded by the Centimanes. His story reflects the inevitability of generational change and the idea that no ruler, no matter how powerful, can escape fate. The Romans identified Cronus with Saturn, their god of agriculture and time, celebrating him during the festival of Saturnalia, a time of feasting, gift-giving, and social reversal. When Cronus is pictured, he is usually portrayed as an aged man and is holding a sickle or scythe, representing the cycles of destruction and rebirth, his role as the harvester, and his act of overthrowing Uranus.
the second Titan is
Rhea. She is the mother of all Olympians and the goddess of motherhood, fertility, and generation. She is the child of Uranus and Gaia. She and her 11 siblings are the Titans. She is best known as the mother of the Olympian gods, having given birth to Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Hera, Demeter, and Hestia. She is married to Cronus, the ruler of the Titans. Cronus believed in a prophecy that one of his children would overthrow him. In his fear, he swallowed all their children. Except for Zeus, Rhea tricked him by giving him stones wrapped in a blanket. She was able to hide him in a cave. Her braveness saved him. When Zeus grew up, he came for revenge and overthrew Cronus. He forced him to vomit up his swallowed siblings. This led to the Titanomachy, the great war between the Olympians and the Titans, resulting in the victory of the Olympian gods. With the help of his siblings Poseidon, Hades, Hera, Demeter, and Hestia, as well as the freed Cyclopes and Centimanes, Zeus successfully defeated Cronus and the Titans. Rhea's role shifted. She was no longer just a victim of her husband's cruelty, but an elder deity with a more passive role. According to the Orphic myths, Zeus wanted to marry his mother. After Rhea refused to marry him, Zeus turned into a snake and raped her. She had Persephone with Zeus. She was also linked to the flow of time, nature, the earth, moon, and the mountains. The mountains resemble the mountains of Crete, where she hid Zeus. Some interpretations link her to the moon cycles as a nurturing and motherly force. When Rhea is shown, she is associated with lions. She is often depicted riding a chariot pulled by 2 lions. In ancient art, Rhea is typically shown as a matronly figure seated on a throne or riding a lion-drawn chariot.
The third Titan is
Oceanus. He is the god of the vast ocean and river that encircles the earth. Unlike Poseidon, who ruled the seas, Oceanus was the personification of all freshwater sources, the rivers, springs, and streams. Oceanus symbolized the calm, eternal nature of water. Unlike Poseidon, who was fierce and stormy, he is born from Uranus, the god of the sky, and Gaia, the goddess of earth. Together with his sister Tethys, another Titan associated with fresh water and nourishment, he had children, the Oceanids, 3,000 water nymphs, each associated with a different body of water. The Potamoi, 3,000 river gods, personifications of various rivers. And the Cercops, 2 monkey-like thieves. Some myths suggest that Hera, the queen of the gods, was raised by Oceanus and Tethys after she was born. Because Oceanus marked the edge of the known world, he was closely associated with the underworld. The souls of the dead were sometimes said to cross Oceanus to reach Hades. The famous river Styx, the boundary of the underworld, was an Oceanid, daughter of Oceanus. The ferryman Charon rode souls across one of Oceanus' offshoots. Unlike most of the other Titans, Oceanus did not fight against Zeus and the Olympians in the Titanomachy, the great war between the old and new gods. This neutrality may have spared him from Zeus' wrath, unlike Titans such as Cronus and Atlas, who were punished after their defeat. Some myths suggest that Oceanus even helped Hera when she rebelled against Zeus by offering her refuge. When Oceanus is pictured, he is shown as an old man with a long beard, horns like a bull, and sometimes with a serpent-like fishtail instead of legs. Or he has a crown and crab claws. Sometimes he holds a horn or an overturned vase, symbolizing the endless flow of water. In modern times, Oceanus' name influenced later concepts of the ocean in language and cartography.
The fourth Titan is
Tethys. She is a Titaness, primarily associated with freshwater sources such as springs, rivers, and underground waters. She represents the nourishing and life-giving aspects of water. Tethys is also associated with the natural water cycle. She is the daughter of the god Uranus, who represents the sky, and the goddess Gaia, who represents the earth and is the wife and sister of Oceanus, the Titan of the vast, encompassing river that was believed to encircle the world. Before Poseidon ruled over the seas, Tethys and Oceanus ruled it together. In Homer's Iliad, a poem, Hera mentions that she was raised by Tethys and Oceanus after being taken away from her parents, Cronus and Rhea. This may indicate that Tethys had a role in caring for young gods before Zeus' rule. Tethys is the mother of thousands of water deities. She and Oceanus are said to have given birth to 3,000 male river gods, called Potamoi, and 3,000 Oceanids, female nymphs associated with different bodies of water. Some famous children of Tethys include Styx, the goddess of the underworld river, associated with oaths and divine punishment. Metis, the goddess of wisdom and mother of Athena. Dion, sometimes considered the mother of Aphrodite, and Nile, the Egyptian river god, showing the myth's connection to foreign cultures. Though not a major character in myths, her children ensure her legacy is deeply woven into Greek mythology. During the Titanomachy, the great war between the Olympians and Titans, Tethys is not known to have participated in the battle. Instead, she is more of a maternal and nurturing figure. Some myths suggest she even helped to keep Oceanus neutral in the conflict, indirectly supporting Zeus' victory. When Tethys is pictured, she is usually depicted as a mature woman with wings on her forehead, symbolizing her connection to the flowing rivers and winds. A famous mosaic in Hadrian's villa depicts her alongside sea creatures, emphasizing her role in water mythology. She is rarely depicted in sculptures or pottery, as her role was more conceptual than narrative-driven.
The fifth Titan is
Hyperion. He is associated with light, heavenly observation, and possibly the sun. As a Titan of light, he represents the power of illumination and knowledge. His connection to astronomy and celestial movements suggests he was a possible god of cosmic structure and wisdom. Some sources suggest that Hyperion was the first to understand the movement of the sun, moon, and stars, making him a deity of observation and wisdom. He is often described as one of the four pillar titans who held the sky before Atlas. The others were Ceus, Crius, and Iapetus. The name Hyperion means the High One or he who goes above, linking him to the sky and heavenly light. He is the son of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, the goddess of earth. His siblings include the Titans, the Cyclopes, they are human-like giants with one eye, and the Centimanes, they are human-like giants with 100 hands. Together with his sister Thea, the Titaness of sight and heavenly radiance, he has 3 children. Helios, the god of the sun. He overshadowed Hyperion and took on the active role of the sun god. Selene, the personification of the moon. And Eos, the goddess of dawn. Hyperion and Thea are considered celestial deities, representing light and sight, and their children personify major celestial bodies. These children embody the cycle of light from dawn, Eos, to the sun's daily journey, Helios, and the moon, Selene, that follows. During the Titanomachy, the great war between Titans and Olympians, Hyperion fought alongside Cronus and the other Titans. After Zeus' victory, Hyperion was defeated and along with most of the other Titans, imprisoned in Tartarus, a place in the deep abyss, a deep and dark place below the earth used as a dungeon and for torment of the wicked. When Hyperion is pictured, he is usually depicted as a majestic, bearded figure with a fiery crown and radiant aura. He holds a torch or sun disk. Sometimes he wears golden robes, representing celestial fire.
The 6th Titan is
the Titaness Thea. Thea is associated with divine radiance, sight, and heavenly light. She is primarily associated with sight, divine radiance. Her power is linked to the sky, celestial light, and the ability to see and understand divine truth. She may also have been an early goddess of prophecy, linking light, vision, and wisdom together. In Greek, her name means the Shining One. That's why she is also known as the goddess of shining things like gold and silver. The Greeks believed that gold shone because it contained a fragment of Thea's celestial light, and precious gems, which were thought to gain their value and brilliance from her divine power. Her father is Uranus, the primordial god of the heavens and sky. Her mother is Gaia, the personification of the earth. Her siblings are the other Titans. With her brother Hyperion, the Titan of light, she has 3 children. Helios, the god of the sun. He overshadowed Hyperion and took on the active role of the sun god. Selene, the personification of the moon. And Eos, the goddess of dawn. Thea and Hyperion are considered celestial deities, representing light and sight, and their children personify major celestial bodies. These children embody the cycle of light from dawn, Eos, to the sun's daily journey, Helios, and the moon, Selene, that follows. During the Titanomachy, the great war between Titans and Olympians, Thea sided with Cronus and the other Titans. After Zeus' victory, Thea was defeated and along with most of the other Titans, imprisoned in Tartarus, a place in the deep abyss, a deep and dark place below the earth used as a dungeon and for torment of the wicked. The Thea hypothesis, also known as the giant impact hypothesis, is an astrogeology hypothesis for the formation of the moon. The hypothesis suggests that the early Earth collided with a Mars-sized protoplanet, and because of the impact, the moon was created. Thea is not commonly depicted in art, but when she is pictured, she is usually depicted with her shining crown or halo, representing her connection to celestial light. Sometimes she holds a light orb or a torch, to symbolize her role in granting vision and perception.
The 7th Titan is
Ceus. He is the Titan of heavenly knowledge, intellect, and the celestial axis. He is associated with rational thought, wisdom, and the stability of the cosmos. He was one of the primordial forces of the mind, representing curiosity, knowledge, and enlightenment. In Greek, his name means questioning and inquiring. His name suggests that he represents intellectual pursuits, divine knowledge, and deep thinking. Some myths suggest that Ceus was linked to the Axis Mundi, a central connecting line between heaven and earth, which kept the heavens stable and in alignment. This idea connects him to navigation, astrology, and celestial balance. His role as a pillar of the heavens may symbolize the importance of reason in maintaining order. Ceus is the son of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, the goddess of earth. His siblings include the other Titans. Together with his sister Phoebe, the Titaness of intellect, prophecy, and the Oracle of Delphi, he has two daughters. His first daughter is Leto, the mother of Apollo, the god of prophecy, intellect, and light, and Artemis, the goddess of the hunt and moon. His second daughter is Asteria, the goddess of oracles, falling stars, and dreams. Together, Ceus and Phoebe created a lineage of wisdom, foresight, and divine knowledge, reinforcing their status as gods of intellect and prophecy. During the Titanomachy, the great war between Titans and Olympians, Ceus sided with Cronus and the other Titans. After Zeus' victory, Ceus was defeated and, along with most of the other Titans, imprisoned in Tartarus, a place in the deep abyss, a deep and dark place below the earth used as a dungeon and for torment of the wicked. Some sources describe that Ceus was in madness or despair during his stay in Tartarus, symbolizing the loss of reason and wisdom in chaos. While the Olympians overshadowed the Titans, the ideas associated with Ceus lived on in Greek philosophy. Plato, Pythagoras, and Aristotle emphasized the importance of intellect in understanding cosmic order. Ceus is not commonly depicted in art, but when he is pictured, he is usually shown with a scroll or an open book. This symbolizes his intellect and deep understanding of the universe. Sometimes he holds a celestial sphere, representing his role in cosmic balance and celestial knowledge.
The eighth Titan is Phoebe, the Titaness of prophecy and intellect. She is associated with intellect, prophecy, divine wisdom, and clarity of thought. Phoebe is closely linked to prophetic knowledge because she was once the holder of the Oracle of Delphi, a center for prophecy in ancient Greece. She played a crucial role in the transfer of divine knowledge. According to legend, she later passed this power to her grandson, Apollo, the god of prophecy and healing. Apollo, her grandson, was often called Phoebus Apollo, linking him to Phoebe. She is the daughter of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, the goddess of earth. Her siblings include the other Titans. Together with her brother, Ceus, the Titan of heavenly knowledge, she has two daughters. Her first daughter is Leto, the mother of Apollo, the god of prophecy, intellect, and light, and Artemis, the goddess of the hunt and moon. Her second daughter is Asteria, the goddess of oracles, falling stars, and dreams. During the Titanomachy, the great war between Titans and Olympians, she was largely passive. After the war, most Titans who did not rebel were not punished. There is no mention of Phoebe being imprisoned in Tartarus. Thus, Phoebe's role in the Titanomachy was minimal or non-existent, but she remained important in mythology due to her connection to prophecy and Apollo. Some other traditions associate Phoebe with the moon, connecting her to later lunar deities such as Artemis, goddess of the hunt and moonlight, and Selene, the personification of the moon. In Greek, her name means bright or radiant. This strengthens her to the lunar connection. Phoebe is not commonly depicted in art, but when she is shown, she is pictured as a majestic, regal, noble, and wise woman. Often she wears flowing robes. Usually there is a soft golf glow or a celestial aura around her. She holds a scroll of a staff, as the symbols of prophecy. In later art, some artists include lunar elements in their depictions due to her association with celestial themes. The ninth Titan is Iapetus. He is the Titan of mortality, human destiny, and the limits of their lives. He also represents manual skill and craftsmanship. He was believed to represent the moral condition of humanity, including our pain, aging, and eventual death. In Greek, his name means to wound, linking him to human suffering and death. while most of the other titans ruled over celestial bodies, like the stars, sun, and moon. Lepidus was concerned with the fate of humankind. Lepidus is the son of Uranus and Gaia, the god of the sky and the goddess of the earth. He has 11 siblings, the other titans. He is the father of 4 sons. His sons play a key role in the shaping of humanity's fate and suffering. His first son is Prometheus. He is the creator of humanity, by shaping humans from clay. He is also the giver of fire, a symbol of human intelligence and progress. The second son is Epimetheus, also known as the foolish brother. He accepted Pandora and her box. By opening the box, he released suffering into the world. Prometheus and Epimetheus directly shaped the human experience, from our intelligence to our suffering. His third son is Atlas. Atlas was forced to hold up the sky as punishment from Zeus. He became a symbol of endurance and strength. His final son is Menoetius. He was an arrogant and violent titan. He was struck down by Zeus and banished to Tartarus for his excessive pride. During the Titanomachy, the great war between Titans and Olympians, Iapetus sided with Cronus and the other Titans. After Zeus' victory, Iapetus was defeated and, along with most of the other Titans, imprisoned in Tartarus, a place in the deep abyss, a deep and dark place below the earth used as a dungeon and for torment of the wicked. This punishment symbolized the downfall of the old order and the rise of the Olympians, led by Zeus. When Iapetus is pictured, he is often depicted as a powerful, bearded figure, resembling other Titans, with a strong and imposing presence. He is sometimes shown wielding a spear or other weapon, symbolizing his role as a warrior-like Titan. The 10th Titan is Themis. She is the Titaness of divine law, justice, and order, representing the fundamental principles that govern both gods and mortals. She is also the personification of universal justice, the cosmic laws that kept the world balanced. Unlike human-made laws, Nomos, Themis' justice was universal, eternal, and unchangeable, reflecting natural order and moral righteousness. She ensured that everything in the cosmos functioned according to fate, fairness, and balance. In Greek, her name means law, or that which is put in place. She ensured that guests were treated with hospitality, an essential moral law in Greek society. Greek rulers often invoked Themis' name when making fair decisions, emphasizing the importance of morality over power. Breaking an oath or contract was seen as an offense against Themis, and violators were believed to suffer divine punishment. Themis is the daughter of Uranus and Gaia, the god of the sky and the goddess of the earth. She has 11 siblings. These are the other Titans. Themis became one of Zeus' early wives, and together they had important divine children who embodied aspects of justice, fate, and balance. Some of these children are the Ori. They are the goddesses of time, seasons, and social order. Dike, the goddess of human justice and fairness. Unlike Dike, who represented human justice, Themis symbolized the divine laws that even gods had to follow. Eunomia, the goddess of lawfulness and governance. And Irene, the goddess of peace and prosperity. Themis was one of the original guardians of the Oracle of Delphi, a sacred site where gods and mortals sought divine guidance. She inherited Delphi's prophetic powers from her mother Gaia, and later passed them to Apollo. That makes her an early guardian of prophetic wisdom. As a prophetic goddess, she foresaw the fall of the Titans and warned Zeus about future dangers. That makes her one of Zeus' most trusted advisors, guiding him in just rulership. After the Titanomachy, the great war between Titans and Olympians, she helped establish order among the Olympian gods after their victory over the Titans. When Themis is pictured, she is often depicted as a majestic woman holding scales and a sword, symbolizing justice and divine judgment. The 11th Titan is Mnemosyne, the Titaness and the goddess of memory, language, and storytelling. She was not only the personification of memory but also the mother of the 9 muses, the goddesses of art, literature, music, and inspiration. Mnemosyne embodied the power of memory, especially in the oral traditions of ancient Greece. Before the invention of writing, history, myths, and poetry were passed down orally, making memory a divine power. Poets, historians, and orators often invoke Mnemosyne for inspiration and accuracy. Mnemosyne is the daughter of Uranus and Gaia, the god of the sky and the goddess of the earth. She has 11 siblings. These are the other Titans. She and Zeus are the parents of the 9 muses. Mnemosyne and Zeus spent 9 consecutive nights together, and from this union, the muses were born, each representing a different art form. Some of the muses are Calliope, the muse of epic poetry; Euterpe, the muse of music; and Urania, the muse of astronomy. The muses were considered the source of artistic and intellectual creativity for poets, musicians, and scholars. Mnemosyne's role as their mother linked memory to creativity, showing that art and knowledge rely on remembering the past. Some myths say Mnemosyne had a sacred pool in the deep abyss of the underworld where souls could drink to retain knowledge from past lives. Those who drank from Mnemosyne's wellspring could retain wisdom and divine knowledge after death. This contrasted with the river Lethe, which caused forgetfulness. During the Titanomachy, the great war between Titans and Olympians, Mnemosyne, as one of the Titans, was technically on the side of the older generation of gods, led by Cronus. However, unlike some of the more combative Titans, like Atlas or Hyperion, Mnemosyne was not depicted as a warrior or an active participant in the war. Mnemosyne's name is still being used in modern times. The word mnemonic, meaning a technique to improve memory, comes from her name. Modern psychology and education use mnemonic devices to help people remember information. Mnemosyne is not commonly depicted in art, but when she is shown, she is pictured as a beautiful, mature woman, often wearing flowing robes, symbolizing wisdom and the continuity of memory. She sometimes holds scrolls, books, or tablets, representing recorded knowledge and the preservation of history. Her expression is usually thoughtful and calm, emphasizing her role as the embodiment of memory and wisdom. Since she is the mother of the muses, she is sometimes depicted alongside them, guiding or inspiring them in their artistic and intellectual pursuits. And the last Titan is Crius. He is the Titan of the ordering of time, constellations, and heavens. He is linked to the celestial axis and is sometimes thought to play a role in the measurement of time due to his connection with the constellations. His name is sometimes associated with the ram, possibly connecting him to the zodiac sign Aries or early Greek star myths. His connection to Aries, and thus the start of the Greek year, suggests he was linked to agricultural and seasonal transitions. In Greek mythological cosmology, the 4 Titans Crius, Hyperion, Ceus, and Iapetus are sometimes thought to represent the 4 cardinal directions. Ceus represents the north, associated with knowledge and prophecy. Hyperion represents the east, associated with the sun. Crius represents the south, associated with the stars and time. Iapetus represents the west, associated with mortality. Crius was the son of Uranus and Gaia, the god of the sky and the goddess of the earth. He has 11 siblings. These are the other Titans. During the overthrow of Uranus, Crius helped his brothers Hyperion, Ceus, and Iapetus hold their father down while Cronus castrated him with a sickle. Crius was married to Eurybia, a sea goddess. She is the daughter of Pontus, the primordial sea god, and Gaia, the goddess of earth. Together, they had 3 notable children, each representing different celestial or destructive forces. Astraeus, the Titan god of dusk and father of the winds and the stars. Pallas, a Titan associated with warfare, sometimes linked to battle strategy. And Perses, a Titan associated with destruction and father of Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft and magic. During the Titanomachy, the great war between Titans and Olympians, Crius fought on the side of the Titans, but was ultimately defeated by Zeus and imprisoned in Tartarus, the deep abyss beneath the earth, along with the other defeated Titans. Crius is not commonly depicted in art, but when he is shown he is pictured as a strong, bearded Titan. A powerful, mature man with a thick beard and a muscular build. He often wears robes adorned with stars or holding celestial symbols. He has a stoic or mysterious expression. In some modern artistic renditions, Crius is given a staff or spear, possibly symbolizing his role as a Titan of cosmic order. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want a video about a specific mythological being, please let me know in the comments. Have a great day!